I was criticized across social media for an intimate photo with the girlfriend of actor Leo. The production team, sensing a juicy story, invited both Leo and me to participate in a dating show. Initially, I was reluctant, but the fee offered by the program was simply too tempting. All of social media was waiting to see me, Alex, shamelessly pursue the actor's girlfriend, only to be publicly humiliated by the couple themselves. Then, a tycoon heiress driving a supercar rolled into the live stream frame. She smirked lazily. "Honey, why did you leave without waiting for me?" "I told you." One sentence ignited the entire live stream room. During filming, actor Leo's ordinary girlfriend, Mia, visited the set. Paparazzi Ron cleverly used camera angles to capture intimate photos. I was labeled as the third party in the relationship between Leo and his girlfriend, Lily, and was subjected to a barrage of online criticism. At this sensitive time, the production team smelled the heat of the topic and invited me to a dating show to meet him, Leo. Initially, I didn't want to get involved in this mess, but the fee the program offered was truly too high. Actor Leo and Lily were regular guests on the show, already attracting a large fan base. This was also why, after the intimate photos were released, netizens' reaction towards me was so furious. But anyway, it was a dating show. What was I going to do? The production team was vague and evasive, not answering directly, just saying arrangements would be made once I arrived. On the morning of the live stream, I arrived at the venue on time. Just as I appeared, the comment count surged. Although most were cursing at me, occasionally, fans spoke up for me, but they were quickly overwhelmed by the wave of haters. Damn it, Alex Zhang actually dared to come. Now these traffic stars, for fame, they don't even need face anymore. What can compare to an established actor? Initially, I thought he was a potential newcomer, but now, the more I look, the more disgusting he becomes. Alex's face is so gloomy. Now he's taking out his phone to selfie. I have a phone too, just tap once and that's it. No need to look again. What's the point? Does Alex think he's determined to get famous by being hated? While I was still pondering aimlessly, a familiar SUV drove into the studio. The person who got out of the car was none other than Leo and Lily. He carefully helped Lily out of the car, as if cradling a rare treasure. The production team, wanting to create drama, deliberately filmed the scene of the two being affectionate together, and then the scene of me standing alone in a corner. My dark circles from staying up all night playing games, in the eyes of netizens, became a look of lovelorn infatuation. The atmosphere in the comments immediately reached a climax. Showdown. Showdown. Veteran actor versus new generation traffic star. Just thinking about it is exciting. Lily already has a pearl. Why would she look at Alex Zhang? Alex Zhang has been popular recently, but this kind of fleeting traffic star changes every year. An established actor knows who to choose with his eyes closed. There are so many people in the film crew. Alex Zhang actually dared to lay a hand on Lily. So disgusting. Leo is really excellent. Boo-hoo, how dare Alex Zhang do that? I really hate these kinds of programs. Why must they invite Alex Zhang onto the show, to have the third party and the original partner appear together? For fame, they disregard everything. What exactly is Alex Zhang here for? This is a dating show, not a diary of a mistress. The comments were even harsher than I imagined. A fabricated photo by paparazzi made everyone think I was really cheating. I wasn't afraid of netizens smearing me, but I was worried that one person, upon seeing these comments, would be saddened. Ivy, my non-publicly known girlfriend from outside the industry. Ivy, I miss you. I couldn't help but feel a little envious watching Leo and Lily bring their partner to a dating show. I was truly envious. If it weren't for this special situation, I would definitely bring Ivy out to broaden everyone's horizons. Who could bear this kind of grievance? Loving someone as much as my own life, it was worth it. Lost in thought, my gaze involuntarily fell on Lily. She was wearing an egg yolk yellow long dress, not much makeup, just a thin layer of foundation and lipstick, truly giving off a feeling of a lotus emerging from clear water, naturally beautiful without excessive adornment. Perhaps it was thanks to the aura of the actor. Netizens collectively called her sister-in-law, praising her to the skies. And I was like a toad trying to eat swan meat, a scab on a dog. But honestly, the points netizens praised, I couldn't feel. The insults calling me a toad actually made me want to show netizens our swan. Leo noticed my gaze and silently stepped forward, just in time to stand between Lily and me. I wanted to cry, but no tears came out. It was understandable if netizens couldn't tell. But brother, we've been in the film crew for so long. How could I have designs on your girlfriend? Leo maintained a polite smile on his face, as if he didn't care at all about the online storm caused by the photos of me and his girlfriend. Little Zhang, we meet again. He extended his hand towards me, a custom-designed wedding ring on his ring finger catching my eye. Then, as if realizing something, he quickly switched hands, as if just now it was truly just accidentally revealing it. The action was seamless, without any trace of acting. If I hadn't filmed with him for so long, I really wouldn't have seen what he was acting out. Anyway, I should receive the advance lines, his declaration of sovereignty. Leo's actions were quick, but netizens' eyes were as sharp as hawks. Waves of exclamations exploded on the screen. Damn it, is that a wedding ring? Leo proposed to Lily. Is that an engagement ring? On Lily's hand? It looks like a diamond ring. Laughing to death, everyone. Did you see Alex Zhang's expression just now? He looks embarrassed. Alex Zhang came to this show. Could it be he still wants to compete? Laughing to death, he probably didn't expect Lily to have already accepted Leo's proposal. Production team. Okay. Quickly get Alex Zhang to go down. Don't let him be an eyesore to the lovebirds anymore. Just then, the roar of an engine came from far to near. The production team's camera also shifted to the distance. A silver Maserati entered the frame. The owner of the car lowered the window a bit, revealing a slender, fair hand of a woman, lightly tossing her long hair, tucking it behind her ear, revealing a beautiful and cool face. All the staff made way for the car owner. Lily also curiously looked over. After all, she was a regular guest, filming many episodes, and had never seen the production team treat any guest like this. Only to see the gullwing door open, the car owner tossed the keys into her pocket, leisurely changed into a pair of laced high heels, getting out of the car with graceful and unrestrained beauty. The camera focused on that face. The entire live stream room went silent as a grave, then suddenly exploded. Damn it, a great beauty. Who is she? Boo-hoo. Does anyone know this great beauty? Come out and educate everyone. Never seen her in the entertainment industry, never heard of this character. Just as netizens were discussing heatedly, the mysterious beauty spoke. Ivy Lu walked up to me, staring straight at me, her tone lazy. Honey, why did you wake up and leave without waiting for me? Came alone again? One sentence made the entire live stream room explode. Who is she calling honey? Am I hearing things? Is she calling Alex Zhang honey? No way, surely not. Ivy Lu chose to directly use action to prove netizens' suspicions. Ignoring the surrounding cameras, Ivy Lu buried her face in my neck. Honey, I missed you so much. Damn it. Are my eyes blind or my ears deaf? Is that really Alex Zhang's wife? Quick, within 3 minutes, I want to know all the information about this great beauty. Who exactly is this great beauty? Looks so unfamiliar. Why does it feel like I've never seen her before? This face, placed in the entire entertainment industry, is also very outstanding. If she's a new rising star, there's no reason she shouldn't be famous. Does Alex Zhang have this good fortune? Is it real or fake? I suspect Alex Zhang hired someone to pretend to whitewash himself. Even passers-by are this beautiful. I'm a girl, and I'm in love already. Maybe I can too. With a little money, I can too. Ivy and I inexplicably became new guests on this episode of the dating show. Besides the two of us, there were 3 other couples present. Seeing Ivy and me hand in hand, they all revealed subtle expressions. Ivy's background, if not small, netizens digging 3 feet deep into the earth also couldn't find out. Ivy seemed to have no intention of revealing her identity on the show. When introducing herself, she jokingly said, "Ordinary second-generation rich." She very naturally held my hand, truly like a couple who had been together for many years. Not right. I lowered my head, looking at the hand tightly holding mine. Vague memories gradually became clear. I remembered many years ago, Ivy Lu had said to me, "Alex Zhang, I will definitely come back to find you. It's okay if you don't wait for me." After everyone introduced themselves, they prepared to return to their rooms to pack up, preparing for the trip. At the corner of the stairs, I glanced at the camera. The cameraman immediately consciously turned his face to the wall. I cupped Ivy's face from behind, placing my chin on the top of her head. "Good girl, were you bullied outside alone in the years I wasn't here?" The cameraman really turned the camera away, but he forgot to turn off the mic. One sentence full of affection immediately paralyzed the live stream room. "Cameraman, I order you to immediately turn the camera back here." Damn it, that voice is too sweet, too doting. Is this Alex Zhang talking? What else is there that our VIP members can't see? Ivy Lu took my hand, placing it on her slightly red eye socket, a bit damp and burning my heart. She glanced in the direction of the program's camera, tiptoed a little. I cooperated, bending down, leaning my ear close to her mouth. I heard her, carrying a hint of choked sobs, say in a voice only the two of us could hear. Humph, I missed you. I was wronged, humph. After the show, I'll tell you, but those embarrassing memories, I won't tell anyone else. I smiled and nodded, carrying the suitcase, leading Ivy upstairs. Just after settling in, the production team sent over an envelope. Inside was the first task of the program. Invite all guests. After packing their luggage, male guests please come downstairs to gather. Female guests please wait in the rooms first. Anyway, it was a reality show with many activities. The production team didn't announce it in advance. I kissed Ivy's forehead, said, I'll be back in a bit. Why do I think the great beauty and Alex Zhang look so good together? They really look like they've known each other for a long time. Surely it's not acting, right? Only you would believe it. Since when did Alex Zhang have a girlfriend? Definitely to whitewash himself, clinging to someone else's girlfriend, finding someone to pretend. First, see what games the production team is playing. Why let the male guests go downstairs first? The living room downstairs, originally clean and tidy, was now filled with all kinds of women's clothing. Under the puzzled gazes of the male guests, the host began to explain, Tonight, we will hold a party here. There are all kinds of clothing with different styles. We need male guests to style a complete outfit for their girlfriends. Finally, our female guests will wear the outfit you choose to attend the party. As soon as the game rules were announced, the comments erupted in laughter. Ahaha. Really curious what kind of outfit Leo's aesthetic will choose. Laughing to death, I've been married for so many years and never dared to let my husband choose clothes for me. Rows of clothing racks with various colors and styles dazzled the male guests. Mike Chin, a veteran artist who had been married to his wife for over 20 years, went straight to the rack of classic evening gowns, quickly choosing a dark green velvet dress, conservative but elegant, very much in line with Mike's personality. Leo and the other rising male star, Louis, were a bit struggling. Leo frowned, especially towards the revealing and flamboyant designed evening gowns. Leo showed a look of disdain, like an old cadre, his expression as if disgusted with every dress. Finally, Leo went to the area of long dresses, chose a white knitted long-sleeved sweater and jeans, and paired it with a pair of sneakers. Viewers in the comments went crazy laughing. This style is not wrong, but why did he pick a sweater embroidered with a happy sheep? Really very ugly. Does Leo know how much damage a sweater embroidered with a happy sheep has on a mature woman? This is a party. Why choose a set of long sleeves? Facing the production team's interview, Leo looked directly at the camera. The weather is already autumn now. It will be a bit cold in the evening. I hope Lily wears clothes mainly to keep warm. As for the revealing dresses you've chosen, I feel they are a bit too revealing. I think Lily looks good dressed like this. Haha, just like my boyfriend, criticizes everything I wear. It can be seen that Leo really loves Lily. I wonder if Lily will laugh to tears when she sees this happy sheep knitted sweater. Quick, look, Alex Zhang is starting to choose already. I went to the area with short skirts, where few people lingered. Recalling Ivy's preferences in my mind, I picked up 2 or 3 boldly designed and very unique short skirts, seriously considering which of these skirts would be more suitable for Ivy. Finally, I chose a white sequin dress with sharp tailoring, a high-slit skirt hem, and adorned with sparkling stones like the night sky. Comments immediately praised. As expected of a fashion icon, top-tier aesthetic. This dress, as soon as it was brought out, I thought it was very beautiful, but initially I thought no boy would choose this dress. Really very beautiful. My choice stood out among the conservative and cautious choices of the other male guests. After all, the male guests present all chose in a conservative, cautious direction of long sleeves. The behind-the-scenes interviewer asked, Mr. Zhang, why did you choose such a dress? I asked back, why can't I choose it? The director hesitated for a moment, then said, the male guests present seem to have very few people choosing such a bold design. What is the reason you chose this dress? My reason for choosing this dress is very simple. I feel Ivy would look very beautiful wearing this dress. Ivy loves to dress up beautifully, so I want to choose the most beautiful dress for her tonight. Tonight's party, My purpose is to protect her beauty. I sincerely looked into the camera, saying to Ivy my answer. After saying this, the comments went silent for a few seconds, then started to boil again. Actually, this is not a question the production team wanted to ask, but Alex indirectly answered it. In the process of choosing evening gowns, most male guests express their aesthetics from their own perspective and stand in their own position to choose clothes for their girlfriends. For example, thinking their girlfriend should dress warmer, not wanting to be too revealing, but no one thought, the reason is because how my girlfriend likes to dress. I dotingly looked into the camera, smiling and saying, of course I have to choose beautiful clothes for Ivy. If they're not beautiful, she won't be happy. Under the onslaught of sweet words, netizens who were originally anti-fans lost their minds. I declare, this couple, I approve. I approve. So well matched. I don't care if Alex Zhang and Ivy Lu are acting according to a fake script or not. Today, even if it's fake, I want to take it as real. I also want to make fake into real. Only Ivy Lu looked a bit unhappy when I returned to the room. She was sitting on the bed, holding her phone. Alex Zhang, doesn't your company's public relations department handle these things? Ivy Lu was talking about the recent scandal photos of me and Lily that caused an uproar. I went over and turned off her phone screen. Don't look anymore. Look at me. Haven't seen me for so long. Don't you want to look at me more? She followed my lead, her voice a little aggrieved, but I don't want others to talk about you like that. Alex Zhang, you're the best. Although I had thought that the outfits chosen by the other 3 male guests would be a bit terrible, I didn't expect the visual impact of witnessing it in person to be so strong. Lily was wearing the Happy Sheep knitted sweater, at least 2 sizes too big, baggy jeans completely concealing her slender legs, and a 100-point long-sleeve top making her body proportions unbalanced. Lewis's girlfriend, named Tess, was a model at 1.78 m, plus a cold and aloof face, but at this time she was wearing a strawberry print dress, a strange style. The only normal one was Mike Chin's wife. The dark green velvet evening gown was just right. Ivy Lu seemed to have wandered into a strange fashion show. Couldn't help but gape, her red lips widening in surprise. Lily's mood, already suppressed when seeing Ivy Lu beside me dressed glamorously, immediately was about to burst. Seeing her about to cry expression, Ivy Lu was a bit flustered. She frowned, seeming to think for a long time. Sorry, I also didn't expect Leo's aesthetic to be so terrible. Later, I will let Alex Zhang teach him. Ivy Lu's comforting words in reverse successfully added another knife. Lily's eyes turned red, looking very aggrieved. After all, she was a beautiful girl, always having some burden when appearing on camera. When the first 3 female guests appeared, the comments were all humorous effects. But when it was Ivy Lu's turn to appear last, it finally returned to the comments that a beauty should have. So beautiful. This dress of Ivy Lu is really very suitable for her. I declare, this styling is divine. Boo-hoo, this couple walking together is really a visual feast. All 4 couples had arrived. The host, Kin, announced, please invite the male guests to invite their girlfriends onto the dance floor. The lights in the room became soft, covering everyone's faces with a layer of smooth light. I gently bowed, extending my hand to Ivy. Ivy, may I have this dance? Ivy Lu in front of me overlapped with the beautiful girl in my memories. That year, I was also so bold and enthusiastic, inviting her to our first dance. Ivy Lu smiled and nodded, resting her hand on my arm, slowly stepping onto the dance floor. The outfits of the others were all a bit self-deprecating, especially Lily, looking very unhappy, using the excuse of not feeling well to return to the room first. The remaining 2 couples were dancing on the dance floor, but my world only had the person in front of me. I hugged Ivy Lu, spinning around, nose touching nose. I'm going crazy, kiss her. Please, please. According to the wishes of the vast netizens, I lowered my head and passionately kissed her, kissing her lips. So sweet, really so sweet. Watching makes me want to fall in love right away. At the same time, a keyword, sugar daddy behind Ivy Lu, unexpectedly climbed onto the search rankings. In a photo released by a marketing blogger, Ivy Lu was intimately leaning on a middle-aged man close to 50 years old. Netizens with sharp eyes quickly found out the identity of this middle-aged man, the chairman of Hengxian Group. Oh my god, is this photo photoshopped or real? What is this? Sugar daddy behind the great beauty? Laughing to death, turns out she has a sugar daddy supporting her. What is this? Taking money from her sugar daddy to date a traffic male star. So disgusting. But saying it like this, This couple is also very well matched. One is a mistress, one clings to a sugar daddy. Staff on site urgently signaled for me to go backstage to assess public opinion. My Weibo suddenly exploded. The number of live stream viewers also surged, filled with insults aimed at me. I opened the photo considered to be the culprit. The fire of anger in my eyes was immediately extinguished. Ivy Lu saw me suddenly being called away by the production team. Also thought something serious had happened, her expression serious. Until she saw the photo, her tightly furrowed brows suddenly relaxed, bursting into laughter. Before opening the photo, I had predicted it could be a photoshopped fake, maybe paparazzi capturing photos using clever angles. The only thing I didn't think of was that the photo was real. Moreover, in my phone, I also had this photo saved. It's just, how to say it, the middle-aged man sitting next to me in the photo is indeed the chairman of Hengxin Group, but his name is Kent Liu, Ivy Lu's father, my uncle. And this photo is actually incomplete. The other side of Ivy Lu, where I was sitting, has been cropped out. I cursed in my heart, damn marketing blogger, why not put me in the photo too? That day was Uncle Lu's birthday. Ivy and I together celebrated his birthday. Before leaving, we took a group photo. Fans on the comments section who were watching the climax, after taking a detour to Weibo and coming back, started cursing again on the live stream. So disgusting. So low. I'm an insider. The photo has been confirmed as not photoshopped. Have to say, just now I was excited. Then saw this. Mood is a bit like eating shit. If Ivy Lu coldly looked at the malicious comments, she would call the operations department to ask for Hengxin's official Weibo account. She quickly logged in, found the full photo in the album. Using the official account, she posted a clarification, our family in the full photo. Uncle Lu and she are sitting on either side of me. On the table there is also a birthday card. This reversal was considered the fastest blogger marketing car crash in history. Still a misunderstanding? What does this mean? This is Ivy Lu's father. I really admire the marketing blogger. Wants to be famous so badly they're going crazy. Any fake news they can smear with. This beauty, this counterattack, makes me speechless. As the full photo was posted, Ivy Lu's true identity was also quickly dug out. Ivy Lu is the second princess of Hengxin. Ordinary second-generation rich, princess, don't be so humble anymore. Hengxin family has been in business for generations. This is the peak of wealth, isn't it? Before, saying Alex Zhang found an ordinary person to come on the show to whitewash himself, got slapped in the face now. Who could invite the second princess of Hengxin? Is it true? Is it true? I ship it. Of course it's true. Idiots upstairs, I remember you. Just now you said your mood was like eating shit. Must tell the truth. How does shit taste? It's actually quite delicious. After this drama ended, Ivy Lu also no longer had the mood to continue filming the program. She sat in the staff area, quickly registering a personal account. After verification, she posted her first Weibo post. Hello everyone, I am Ivy Lu. Alex Zhang and I have been together for many years. Before, not going public with our relationship was due to many factors of consideration. This time, I came to participate in the program, originally wanting to create a surprise for him after returning to the country, but unexpectedly, recently he got entangled in malicious fabricated blogger marketing. Whether it is the photo with Ms. Lily before, or the group photo with my father this time, the actions of the marketing blogger are really too ridiculous and infuriating. I will go through legal procedures to take strict legal action against the malicious slander and defamation. After Ivy's Weibo post was published, after a short silence, the heat exploded. Second princess is her? As expected, Ivy Lu's identity just being made public caused a huge storm. Hashtag Ivy Lu second princess of Hengxin hashtag hot. Hashtag Ivy Lu second princess of Hengxin hashtag hot. Hashtag Alex Zhang Ivy Lu hashtag hot. Hashtag Ivy Lu responds, chairman of Hengxin is her father hashtag hot. Hashtag Ivy Lu's personal Weibo account hashtag hot. Hashtag sweet CP of hamster and mole hashtag hot. Several keywords consecutively climbed the search rankings. The heat continuously fermented, even causing Weibo to crash. The live stream room, also because of the large number of viewers pouring in a short time, momentarily lagged. And my Weibo, the messages received were even more than just now. On site, except for the production team who already knew, the remaining guests and staff, their gazes towards me and Ivy Lu all became very subtle. Boo-hoo, Alex Zhang, what good fortune do you have? Oh my god, this is actually the second princess of Hengxin. Alex Zhang, you lucky dog. Ivy Lou has now returned to the country. I'm retreating. The entertainment industry is a big dive at, overturning black and white. I cannot care, but I don't want Ivy Lou to endure these unfounded criticisms with me. Do you like acting? Like. I couldn't lie to Ivy Lou in front of everyone. I am a rising traffic star, but actually, I am the boss behind my own entertainment company. The year Ivy Lou went abroad, I decided to transition from behind the scenes to in front of the camera. On one hand, me being on screen, Ivy Lou on the other side of the globe can also see me on screen. Also because I really like acting. Alex Zhang, I understand your worries. I'm not afraid of your scandals. Your acting is really shining. Every movie is my comfort food. Scenes with you, I can watch over and over again countless times. I completely support you doing anything you want. I love you. Also love your complete self. Ivy Lou seriously looked at me. She was always unconditionally standing on my side like this. In school days, I was always the troublemaker king in school, rebellious, disregarding rules. Because my dad, when I entered school, donated a building to build relationships. So no matter how naughty I was, teachers and leaders couldn't do anything to me, even had to smile and fawn. I thought I would always be a troublemaker like this, until I met Ivy Lou. Initially, Ivy Lou didn't have a good impression of me. Others retreat one step, sky is wide and the earth is vast. I advance one step, first flirt, then talk. No matter how stubbornly I clung, Ivy Lou always scolded me. Only thought she was pretty, a momentary interest. Unexpectedly, I clung like glue for a year and a half. Ivy Lou was a well-behaved girl. I dragged her to skip class to watch movies. When she passed by, I would show off playing basketball for her to see. Every game I won MVP, go horseback riding, go listen to concerts. Ivy Lou said at that time she tried to restrain her feelings, but the throbbing escaped her chest, growing infinitely. Winter vacation that year, I took Ivy Lou home for the new year. I knew Ivy Lou's worries, so I would use actions to prove I was serious. I boasted to everyone I met. This is my girlfriend, Ivy Lou. How about it? Pretty, right? Envy you to death. It's just different from my family's laissez-faire education. She from childhood was required to become the most outstanding person in the crowd. Ivy Lou's parents both hoped she could go abroad to study, until she had the ability to take over the family business. Ivy Lou's father also didn't want his daughter, whom he was always proud of, to be with a good-for-nothing second-generation rich. I also knew I had to change, for my future and Ivy Lou's future. So Ivy Lou went abroad to study. I followed my family to learn how to manage the family business. We began a long-distance relationship across the ocean. Ivy Lou knew my personality. I don't want the price you have to pay when being with me to be sacrificing your freedom. Being with you is not sacrificing my freedom. I am using my sharp edges to exchange for infinite possibilities when being with you. Moreover, I also don't feel losing those two sharp edges is anything bad. At least now I am happier. I looked at her seriously answering. Before leaving, Ivy Lou's eyes turned red. Alex Zhang, wait for me to come back. It's okay if you don't wait. I looked at her back, gradually disappearing into the crowd, lit a cigarette. Fool, Ivy Lou, how could I not wait for you? Just don't let me wait too long. These past few years, I was busy filming, taking over the company. Ivy Lou was also busy studying. Occasionally, I filmed at night, just in time to take advantage of the time difference to chat with her online in the virtual internet. I always missed her very much. Now she was right in front of me. I just needed to reach out my hand to touch her cheek. Ivy Lou, honey, lie down and sleep quickly. She nestled into my arms. Let's not be apart anymore, okay? These past few years, I also waited very hard. Alex Zhang, do you know? I always thought about you. I have thought countless times what the scene of meeting you again would be like. There are many news and articles about you online, but those are not you. Now this me now is you. Moonlight from the window shone in. I lowered my head and lightly kissed her forehead. After a night of fermentation, Ivy and I had created a terrible heat. The director, to take advantage of this heat, stayed up all night to create new game rules. Early the next morning, just past 6 a.m., the loudspeaker woke us up. Just opened the live stream. The number of online viewers had increased tenfold. No wonder the whole production team stayed up all night. Not only not tired, but also excited, faces flushed, excellent. And the director, in his heart, was pressing the button, whether or not he could create a hit variety show, right here. Where did the hamster and mole CP go? I stayed up all night just to watch their love story all night. Hamster and mole was the CP name that fans had come up with for Ivy and me overnight. In my mind, the image of a silly hamster scratching and squealing on the hillside appeared. I leaned over to Ivy Lou, who was sitting next to me. Honey, do you know everyone is calling us hamster and mole? Ivy Lou puzzledly shook her head. What? Hamster and mole? She thought for a moment, then opened her mouth, imitating a sound into the air. Is it this sound? Ivy Lou imitated again. Mole, mole. I couldn't help but laugh out loud. Very good. Next time, don't learn it again. Comments erupted in laughter. I'm screen recording. Imitating the second princess. So funny. Didn't expect the princess to also have such a sense of humor. Does the princess really like the name hamster and mole? The production team didn't prepare breakfast. The ingredients were for the guests to draw lots to divide. Ivy Lou drew a lot for a fried chicken and beer gift package. Louis and Tess, next to her, were a vegetarian package. Comparing the two, Ivy Lou couldn't help but cheer. Unexpectedly, I took the fried chicken to find Louis. Hello, can we exchange? Louis's eyes looking at me immediately were like looking at a landlord's silly son. He widened his eyes. Huh. He quickly reacted and exchanged gift packages with me, the speed so fast as if afraid I would change my mind. Huh? Why did Alex Zhang exchange fried chicken for vegetables? Looking inside, there are only a few steamed vegetable buns and eggs. Doesn't look delicious at all. Ivy Lou pouted, looking at me full of reproach. Where's my fried chicken? This look of Ivy Lou was too funny. If my fried chicken turned into vegetable buns, I would be even more sad. Ivy Lou, I carried the ingredients straight into the kitchen, glanced at her. Early morning, you already want to eat fried chicken? Ivy Lou nodded repeatedly. Don't even think about it. I opened the ingredient bag, cracked eggs into a bowl, then put them in a steamer. Used vegetables to make a simple boiled greens dish. Ivy Lou looked at the white steamed buns in front of her, face dejected. I gently but patiently instructed, my tone still carrying a hint of reproach. Remember when you were in school, you often had acute gastritis and had to be hospitalized? Don't you remember? Don't eat greasy food on an empty stomach in the morning. Ivy Lou couldn't refute. Under my strict supervision, lowered her head, nibbling on the white steamed buns, corners of her mouth revealing a faint smile. Today's steamed buns are so sweet, she mumbled. Oh my God, I remembered. I just went to rewatch the intimate photo of Lily and Alex Zhang online. Lily had acute appendicitis, suddenly fainted. Alex Zhang put her in an ambulance, got secretly photographed a few photos. Before, both sides studios had explained it, no one believed it, and was led by blogger marketing's public opinion to think like that. Alex Zhang is so pitiful. Leo's fans almost attacked his Weibo to collapse it. Big misunderstanding. Big misunderstanding. I'm really damned. At that time, because of that photo, cursed Alex Zhang so fiercely, now I have to come to live stream and sincerely apologize. Now I don't care anymore. Isn't the entertainment industry best at turning black into white, white into black? Before, I would still be sad, but now Ivy Lou has returned. I have Ivy Lou, other people's words. I don't care at all. I only like her. I only care about her. On the other side, the three groups had almost finished breakfast. Leo on the side was still alone, the ingredients on the table in front of him untouched. At this time, the production team announced they have moved the filming location to a rural area. Each couple needs to go to a local home to experience life. After breakfast, guests can get in the car and leave. Guests arriving at the local home first will have priority to choose a house. As soon as the words fell, I swallowed the steamed bun, pulling Ivy Lou to run to the car. Watching the groups of guests leave one after another, Leo frowned, got up, and went upstairs. Not long after, a quarrel came from the room. In between, a smashed sound, the sound of something breaking, then silence again. Damn it, quarreling already? I heard the sound of something breaking. Isn't it sister-in-law Lily? A few minutes later, Lily with red eyes followed Leo out. It could be seen that today she had put on elaborate makeup. Now she was crying until her makeup ran. Leo suddenly said coldly, "Cry what? Don't lose face anymore." He thought that cameramen had all followed the other three groups, forgot about the fixed camera in the living room. Waiting for Lily to finish changing clothes, she silently carried the breakfast she had made out. When carrying the dishes, she accidentally burned her hand. Leo didn't say anything, just irritably complained, "Tell me, What did you get up early to do? Normally you dress very beautifully too, but why get up so early this morning to change so many outfits? And your makeup, so gaudy, for who to see? Can you listen to me? Lily bit her lip, facing Leo who was in a rage, not daring to say anything. Turns out, Lily saw online many people criticizing her happy sheep outfit from last night. Although netizens mostly were teasing, she was still a bit unhappy. So today, filming the program, she got up early to put on makeup, hoping to look more beautiful on camera. Because changing clothes took too much time, she didn't come down to make breakfast. Leo then got angry and blamed Lily. Now she was engaged to him, later would be a full-time housewife, no need to dress gaudily. Finally, Lily still tried to argue for the dress she had chosen. I really wanted to wear this dress. Leo frowned again, coldly denying, no way. I don't like it. Also, don't always be crying and sobbing. Grow up and be independent. Wouldn't that be good? Netizens in the comments were shocked. Am I hearing things wrong? Just a few short sentences and already stepped on my landmines. Laughing to death, sometimes wants his girlfriend to listen to him, sometimes wants her to be independent and mature, really hypocritical. Why didn't I realize before that Leo was so patriarchal? Is this the couple I used to ship? In the live stream, Lily always can't hold back her tears towards Leo's blame. No resistance at all. This way of speaking of Leo, I'm really a bit shocked. Feels like I've shipped the wrong CP. Leo didn't say anything too outrageous, but originally, once married, dressing so revealing. What for? Netizen upstairs, from afar, the sound of a flute is coming. Luckily, brought the flute, on the way back, let it fall headfirst. So then, Leo lay motionless on the sofa downstairs, waiting for Lily to finish changing clothes, then silently watched her alone wipe her tears and wash dishes. A closer look is frightening. So many episodes of the program, Leo seems to have said the most to Lily is listen to me. Is he looking for a wife or looking for a nanny? Really? Well, I don't ship Leo and Lily anymore. I'm going to watch Hamster and Mole. Ivy and I were the second to arrive at the destination. The small road was muddy and dusty, with a desolate beauty isolated from the rest of the world. Among the 3 houses, we chose a small house near the stream bank. Not very big, but the cleanest. In front of the door, there was a stream with the sound of water flowing. The owners of the house were an elderly couple. Seeing us arrive, they warmly welcomed us. Don't know why, seeing this scene, suddenly felt very peaceful in my heart. Feeling the countryside always makes people feel the pace of life slowing down. Laughing to death, yesterday just went public with her identity as the second princess of Hongxing. Today already came down to the countryside to reform? Boo-hoo, the princess's life probably has never been to this kind of place, right? According to the program's task, Ivy and I followed the elderly couple to feed the chickens. I often went to my grandmother's house in the countryside when I was little, not too unfamiliar with the rural environment. But Ivy Lou found it very novel. She looked at the chickens running all over the yard, excited as if discovering a new species. She squatted down, looking at the rooster crowing in front of her. Because its tail feathers were a bit warped, she named the rooster Curly Tail. Took out her phone, opened the app for translating human language to animal sounds. Then I heard Ivy Lou say to the phone, Curly Tail, why is your tail curly? The phone translated, cluck cluck. I with a complex expression looked at Ivy Lou. Why do you have this thing in your phone? Is it really effective? Only to see right after, Curly Tail cocked its neck, tilted its head, cluck cluck. The phone translated, what's it got to do with you? Laughing to death, does the princess have to be so humorous? Curly Tail, what's it got to do with you? Really laughing to the point I fainted. Knowing the CP, I'm really dying of laughter. The elderly couple intended to lead us to wander around for a lap, asked if I wanted to bring Ivy Lou along. I turned my head, looking at Ivy Lou who was engrossed in chatting with the chickens in the yard, shook my head. Louis came over, said, childish. I pushed him. What do you know? My wife. This is called adorable. Once again being laughed at by him. The elderly couple asked Ivy Lou in a local dialect, really like that chicken? I thought for a moment, seemed not right. I had an ominous premonition. Grandma and Grandpa won't kill that chicken, right? Grandpa understood, like that chicken? Want to eat. Ivy Lou would definitely say, so want to eat. Sure enough, at noon, Curly Tail was served on the dining table. The elderly couple with expectant faces looked at Ivy Lou. Ivy Lou was about to cry from emotion, eyes brimming with tears, took out her phone, read a sentence, Curly Tail, go in peace. The phone translated, cluck cluck. The screen was filled with comments. Princess doing a funeral is also very promising. Sorry, I just had a cold. Really can't hold back my laughter anymore. The production team arranged for the guests to stay in the countryside for 3 days. Each task would be based on the ranking to issue guests corresponding numbers of golden beans. 3 days later, a general tally of golden beans would be conducted. The person ranked first golden beans would be crafted by the intangible cultural heritage artist invited by the program into a golden phoenix bracelet, hoping guests present would be of one heart and one mind, lasting fate. Wishing people longevity and white hair together for this auspicious meaning. I almost poured 200% of my concentration and effort into participating in each round of games. These 2 days, the number of golden beans we accumulated was the most. On the way back after completing a task, I picked up Ivy Lou and spun around. Alex Shung quickly put me down. I'm going to fall. Honey, I've already called the police. Won't let you fall. Under Ivy Lou's vehement resistance, I reluctantly let her go. Spin again, and I'm definitely going to throw up. Netizens erupted in laughter. Laughing to death, Alex Shung is like a monkey on Mount Amay. We are walking towards a basketball court. Don't know from where a basketball flew out, almost at Ivy Lou's head. I hurriedly pulled Ivy Lou into my arms, just avoided her head being hit by the ball. A few children panicked and ran out, shyly apologizing in local dialect. Sorry, we didn't mean to. Are you okay? On the innocent faces of the children, full of guilt. Clothes on them were all ill-fitting, basketball in hand also dirty. Only their eyes were clear and bright. Ivy Lou had just won the game, still excited, smiled at the children. We're okay, but can you invite older sister and older brother to play basketball together? They happily agreed. After we joined, only then discovered these children basically didn't know how to play basketball, basically playing randomly. Because no one taught them how to play, even this old basketball was picked up by them. I saw Ivy Lou looking at the children. Suddenly her eyes turned red. I understood what she was sad about. So I gathered the children together. How about we change to a different way to play? Little ones, let's line up in a row, then take the basketball to throw into the hoop. Before throwing, let's shout out our dream. If it goes in, it means our dream will come true. The children all felt very novel, participating one after another. I had forgotten this was a basketball court for adults. The hoop for children was still too high. Several rounds of play passed. Except for me, no one threw it in. The children immediately were a bit dejected. After all, in their hearts, not throwing it in probably meant dream shattered. Seeing their disappointment, Ivy Lou seemed to regret her joke just now. At this time, I dribbled the ball to under the hoop, threw the ball to the children. Continue. The leading child pouted, turned his head to ask Ivy Lou, older sister, is it because my dream just now was too greedy, so it can't come true? Ivy Lou squatted down, shook her head, not greedy. No matter what dream it is, we can all strive to achieve it. The child nodded, as if understanding but not understanding. Then I wish for a small dream first. I want to eat chocolate. The boy shouted loudly and raised his hand to throw the ball. The basketball didn't even touch the hoop, falling to the ground. I quickly ran over, jumped up high, caught the basketball, then turned around and dunked. I smiled, turned around, and shouted loudly, come true. The eyes of the children brightened up, looking at the beautiful dunk, all stunned, simultaneously clapping their hands. One child asked, like this is also okay? I nodded affirmatively. Little ones with dreams all can come here to throw. I want to read comic books. I want to have chicken wings. I just like this, standing under the hoop, dunking for them. The children saw the balls going into the hoop one after another. Dreams gradually became bolder. I want my younger sister's illness to be completely cured. I want my mom to come home. A little girl standing last in the group gently ran to Ivy Lou's side, looked up, asked, older sister, I've never thrown a ball. The little girl was afraid she would become the only child whose dream shattered. Ivy Lou squatted down, patted the little girl's head, then older sister will be with you. The little girl expectantly and hesitantly nodded. Ivy Lou squatted down, one hand holding the little girl's arm, teaching her, just gently throw the ball out is enough. The little girl nodded as if understanding but not understanding. Then took all her courage, shouted loudly, I want to go to school. The basketball was thrown out from the little girl's hand. Because the force was too weak, almost fell to the ground. I almost tripped over the ground to catch the ball and dunked it in reverse. The little girl saw the ball go into the hoop, revealed a sincere smile, but still a bit hesitant. The little girl asked Ivy Lou, older sister, "Can I really go to school?" I stood by the side, seeing the hope shining in the children's eyes, couldn't hold back my tears. But the children here mostly were left behind children in the countryside. Some children had gone to primary school in town far away, but there were still some children left here, not having access to educational resources. I patted Ivy Lou's shoulder, hugged the children. Definitely can. With older brother and older sister here, definitely can. Sunset dyed the entire sky red. Tomorrow will dawn with new hope. The cameraman silently filmed on the side. The number of online viewers on the live stream was also surging. Oh my God, I'm really about to cry. I looked at my younger brother lying on the sofa, eating a whole box of chocolate, still mischievously kicking his legs, leaving 2 footprints on his butt. Really touching. Every dream of these children touches my heart. In my whole life, never seen a guy playing basketball so handsome. Where's the donation channel? I want to contribute a bit of my strength. Donation channel +1. The sky was dark. The children all reluctantly returned home one after another. I again stood under the hoop, looking at Ivy Lou. "Honey, it's your turn. I also want to know your dream." Ivy Lou hugged the basketball, eyes shining brightly. "I want to play games with Alex Zhang, clear all games, no sleep. I want a proposal ring, the super sparkly kind. I want to be with Alex Zhang forever. Let's get married." I stood under the hoop, dunking for each of her dreams in turn. She raised the ball. Through the last dream, want to eat fried chicken. Seeing the basketball suddenly bounce out of the hoop, this one doesn't count. Comments flooded. Hamster and mole really switch between touching and funny in a blink of an eye. Just now I almost cried. Result? Alex Zhang one action made me laugh to death. Mr. Zhang understands the program effect very well. I one hand holding the basketball, standing under the hoop, seriously looked at Ivy Lou, then started to dunk. I will fulfill all of Ivy's dreams. Then we will have a house, raise a dog of our own. The last dream, we get married. Comments started to scream. She yiped to death. Anyone who doesn't ship hamster and mole is a loss to that person. Before always envied other people's houses giving out candy every day without a knife. Finally, it's my turn to ship a fairy CP like this. I'm screen recording already. Tonight, I will stay up all night collecting materials. I don't allow any sisters not to eat candy. Waiting for us to return to the yard, the elderly couple were sitting in front of the door chatting. At their feet, there were a few well-behaved puppies. Among them, there was a chubby yellow puppy, wagging its tail, running around Ivy Lou. Warm golden light covered the elderly couple, a layer of gentle light. They called us back, waved, signaling us to sit down together. The elderly couple's tone was slow, carrying a local dialect, slowly telling about their life. Decades of spring and autumn, decades of flowers blooming and falling. The elderly couple looked at the sun setting down the mountain. Leaning on each other, they said, "When dusk falls, must hug the person you love." I turned my head, looking at Ivy Lou, accidentally caught her pair of eyes, both bright and clear. I heard her soft and gentle voice. "Alex Zhang, I love you the most." The chubby yellow puppy jumped onto us, licked my hand gently with its tongue. I saw her smile, spreading from the corners of her eyes to her heart, real happiness. I patted the puppy's head. "Ivy Lou, our puppy." Ivy Lou from childhood really liked small animals, especially puppies. It's just her dad was allergic. Family all didn't allow raising one. Every time on the road, encountering puppies, she was very envious. But now it was different. We were together, could have a puppy of our own. Raising a puppy was always her dream. I wanted to help her realize it. I hugged Ivy Lou, eyes red with joy, said, "Now you have a puppy already. Didn't expect you to be the first one to realize your dream. How is it? Do you like it?" Tears welling up in Ivy Lou's eyes suddenly fell down. "Now it's your turn to realize my dream." Before she could react, I was talking about which dream. I had already one hand holding hamster, one hand pulling her away, borrowing a car from the production team. The director just took out the car keys, was snatched away by me without hesitation. Guests and production team on side all were dumbfounded, watching our backs as we left. The host held the mic, shouted loudly, "Where are you two going? The program is not over yet." Ivy and I, hand in hand, led her running towards the distance, going to register our marriage. We're getting married. Everything after, life after marriage, how wonderful, can it be summed up in 2 words, magical. Before, when still single, I always thought marriage was something restraining, restrictive. Now I just wanted to slap myself in the face from the past. Life with Ivy Lou was no different from an adventure full of surprises, fun, and above all, filled with laughter. Ivy Lou, she was like a strange wind, blowing into my monotonous life. Waking up early in the morning, the first thing I saw was her sleepy, adorable face, black hair scattered on the pillow. She would rub her eyes, then smile at me, a smile as sweet as honey. Sometimes, she would get up early, quietly busying herself in the kitchen, trying to make breakfast for me. The finished product was, to put it euphemistically, a plate of burnt scrambled eggs, toast as hard as rock, and a cup of milk with a salty taste. Yes, that was the superb cooking skill of Miss Ivy. But no matter how terrible the food was, I still ate it all and had to clap and praise it as delicious. Because behind those disastrous dishes was love, was care, was Ivy's effort for me. And me, I would be responsible for washing dishes, cleaning the house. Don't imagine I'm a big star, so I would be clumsy. I can cook, do laundry, even sew clothes. All thanks to the years of independent living and, more importantly, wanting to score points in my beloved wife's eyes. In the evening, after finishing work, I would return to our small cozy home. Ivy usually would be sitting on the sofa, watching movies or reading books. She would look up when she heard me come home. I sparkling, "Honey is home?" Her voice was as sweet as cotton candy. And me, I would hug her, kiss her fragrant hair. "I'm home, my wife." We would have dinner together, talking about things that happened during the day. Ivy always listened to me attentively, sharing my joys and sorrows, and giving helpful advice. She was like a soulmate, always understanding and empathizing with me. Sometimes, we would play games together. Ivy was a terrible gamer, but she really liked to play. I would patiently guide her and laugh heartily every time she messed up the game. When we were free, we would travel together. We have been to many places, from blue beaches to majestic mountains. Every trip was a beautiful memory, a memorable mark in our lives. Ivy was a wonderful woman. She was smart, beautiful, humorous, and above all, loved me unconditionally. She accepted my shortcomings, always stood by my side, supported me, encouraged me. I knew I was a lucky man to have Ivy Lou. She was the most precious gift that life had given me. Life after marriage with Ivy was not always smooth sailing. We also had times of quarreling, sulking. But after each time like that, we understood each other more, loved each other more. I remember once, because I was busy with work, I forgot our anniversary. Ivy was sulking, didn't talk to me all day. I knew I was wrong, so I tried to apologize to her and made up for it with a special gift. In the end, she forgave me and we made up again. At times like that, I cherished Ivy even more. She was not a perfect girl, but she was the perfect woman for me. I loved Ivy, loved her smile, loved her eyes, loved everything about her. I would use my whole life to love and care for her, to give her the happiest life. Life after marriage, to me, was a sweet love song, a journey full of love and laughter. And I, Alex Zhang, was the luckiest man in the world to have Ivy Lou, the wonderful wife of my life.